Trust that you and your family are staying safe during this challenging time. Hello everyone, this is a short video on information related to coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. All you need to know about coronavirus. Before I reveal information on coronavirus infections in this video, I have a short disclaimer to avoid copyright issues. The disclaimer is the information provided in this video is taken from official websites and in some cases unofficial websites. I'm just an aggregator of the information. Please check both the official and unofficial websites mentioned in the description at the end of this video. Where and how did the infection start? Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses that are common among animals. In rare cases, they are what scientists call zoonotic, meaning they can be transmitted from animals to humans. The viruses can make people sick, usually with a mild to moderate upper respiratory tract illness, similar to common cold. The first known and reported case emerged from Chinese city of Wuhan in December 2019. The source of the outbreak has not been identified, but journals and research papers have pointed to bats and snakes as the possible culprits. Symptoms of coronavirus. Some of the symptoms are runny nose, sore throat, headache, fever, cough, feeling of being unwell. For those with a weakened immune system, especially the elderly and the very young, there's a chance the virus could cause a lower and much more serious respiratory tract illness like pneumonia or bronchitis. Current situation in the world. Till 20th March 2020, 185 countries got affected with 2,75,741 cases reported. Current situation in India. Till 20th March 2020, India got affected with 249 cases. What happens when coronavirus attacks our body? A virus is a hull around a genetic material and a few proteins. It can make more of itself by entering a living cell, which we call host. The virus starts its journey through nose or mouth and attacks internal organs. Lungs are lined up with billions of epithelial cells. They are the border cells of our body waiting to be infected. Corona connects to a specific receptor, ACE2 of cell membrane, to inject its genetic material. The cell, ignorant of to what's happening, executes the new instructions, copy and reassemble. It fills up with more and more copies of the original virus until it reaches a critical point and receives one final order, self-destruct. The cell melts and releases new coronaviruses ready to attack more cells. The number of infected cells grows exponentially. After about 10 days, millions of body cells are infected and billions of viruses swarm the lungs. It is pretty much self-explanatory in these pictures. The viruses have not caused much damage yet. The corona is going to release a real beast on you, your own immune system. Well, we know that the immune system are there to protect you. However, as immune cells pour into lungs to fight the virus, corona infects some of them and creates confusions. Cells communicate via tiny information proteins called cytokines. The immune is controlled by them. Corona makes the infected immune cells to confuse, communicate wrongly, and overreact and ask them to kill themselves. In a sense, it puts the immune system into a fighting frenzy and sends your way more soldiers that it should, wasting its resources and causing damage. Basically, there are two kinds of cells, in particular, who wreak havoc. Neutrophils, killer T cells. Neutrophils, which are great at killing, they arrive in huge numbers and start pumping out enzymes to destroy as many friends as enemies. Killer T cells normally order infected cells to commit controlled suicide. They're confused, hence order healthy cells to commit suicide. The more in numbers they come, the more damage they do and kill healthy lung tissues. This can cause permanent, irreversible damage, which can lead to lifelong disabilities. In most cases, the immune system regains control. It kills the infected cells, intercepts the viruses, trying to infect new ones, and cleans up the battlefield. Recovery begins. The majority of people attacked by corona will get away with relatively mild symptoms. In severe cases, millions of epithelial cells have died, and with them, the lung's protective lining is gone. This means that the alveoli, the tiny air sacs via which breathing occurs in lungs, it can be infected by bacteria. Patients get pneumonia. Respiration becomes very hard, and patients need a ventilator to survive. The immune system has fought in full capacity for weeks and has developed millions of antiviral weapons. As thousands of bacteria rapidly multiply, it is overwhelmed. They enter the blood and overrun the body. If this happens, the situation is. Now let us compare corona with flu. The coronavirus is often compared with flu, but actually it's much more dangerous and contagious. What is the pandemic situation now? There are two types of pandemic outbreak, fast and slow. Fast pandemic could create chaos, many people get sick, at the same time healthcare system becomes unstable to handle it. There aren't enough resources like medical staff or equipment like ventilators left to help everybody. People could get left untreated. Healthcare system could collapse. Healthcare workers could get sick themselves. Capacity of healthcare system falls even further as we can see in the pictures. If this is the case, then horrible decisions will have to be made as to who lives and who doesn't. To avoid this, we have to make it a slow pandemic with the right responses. This will make sure that there are no crunch points with overwhelmed hospitals. How to prevent the virus from spreading? There are currently no vaccines available to protect you against coronavirus infection. Transmission is reduced through washing your hands, often with soap and water. Avoid touching eyes, nose or mouth with unwashed hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. If you are mildly sick, keep yourself hydrated, stay at home, and rest. If you are concerned about your symptoms, you should see your healthcare provider. We have to do two things: not getting infected and not infecting others. In short, adopt social distancing. What does hand sanitizer actually work on? Standard alcohol-based hand sanitizer, which has an alcohol content of 60%, kills certain microorganisms, as shown in the picture with a green tick mark. COVID-19 is covered under this. If sanitizers are scarce, not to worry. As discussed earlier, washing with just soap will do. That's because corona is encased with a layer of fat. Soap breaks that fat apart and leaves it unstable to infect you. It also makes your hands slippery, and with the mechanical motions of washing, viruses are ripped away. How to use mask. Before putting on mask, clean hands with alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. Cover mouth and nose with mask and make sure there are no gaps between your face and the mask. Avoid touching the mask while using. If you do, clean your hands with alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. Replace the mask with a new one as soon as it is damp, and don't reuse it as single masks. To remove the mask, remove it from behind. Don't touch the face of the mask. Discard immediately in a closed bin. Clean hands when to use mask. If you are healthy, you only need to wear a mask if you are taking care of a person with suspected 2019 nCoV infection. Wear a mask if you are coughing or sneezing. Masks are effective only when used in combinations with frequent hand cleaning with alcohol-based rub or soap and water. If you wear a mask, then you must know how to use it and dispose it properly. Please have a look at these pictures. World leaders doing Namaste. Now clockwise from top left-hand corner, heads of Israel, France, Russia, India, USA, UK, Canada, they all do Namaste. Namaste goes global. It's an authentic way to greet people with zero bacterial or viral transfer. Handshake could generate up to 120 million bacterial colony. High fives could transfer up to 50 million bacterial colony. Fist bumps could transfer up to 10 million bacterial colony. Hence, switch to Namaste. Now there are some myths we need to bust. So mythbuster number 1. COVID-19 virus can be transmitted in areas with hot and humid climates. From the evidence so far, the COVID-19 virus can be transmitted in all areas, including areas with hot and humid weather, regardless of climate. Adopt protective measures if you live in or travel to an area reporting COVID-19. The best way to protect yourself against COVID-19 is by frequently cleaning your hands, By doing this, you eliminate viruses that may be on your hands and avoid infections that could occur by then touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Mythbuster number 2, cold weather and snow can't kill the new coronavirus. There is no reason to believe that cold weather can kill the new coronavirus or the diseases. The normal human body temperature remains around 36.5 degrees Celsius regardless of the external temperature or weather. The most effective way to protect yourself against the new coronavirus is by frequently cleaning your hands with alcohol-based hand rub or washing them with soap and water. Mythbuster number 3, taking a hot bath does not prevent the new coronavirus disease. Taking a hot bath will not prevent you from catching COVID-19. Your normal body temperature remains around 36.5 degrees Celsius regardless of the temperature of your bath or shower. Actually, taking a hot bath with extremely hot water can be harmful as it can burn you. The best way to protect yourself against COVID-19 is by frequently cleaning your hands. By doing that, you can eliminate viruses that may be on your hands and avoid infection. Mythbuster number 4, the new coronavirus can't be transmitted through mosquito bites. Till date, there has been no such instances or information or evidence to suggest that the new coronavirus could be transmitted by mosquitoes. COVID-19 is a respiratory virus which spreads primarily through droplets generated when an infected person coughs or sneezes, or through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose. To protect yourself, again, clean your hands. Mythbuster number 5. Are hand dryers effective in killing the new coronavirus? No. Hand dryers are not effective in killing the 2019 NCOV. To protect yourself against the new coronavirus, you should frequently clean your hands. Mythbuster number 6. Can an ultraviolet disinfection lamp kill the new coronavirus? UV lamps should not be used to sterilize hands or other areas of skin as UV radiation can cause skin irritation. Mythbuster number 7. How effective are thermal scanners in detecting people infected with the new coronavirus? Thermal scanners are effective in detecting people who have developed a fever, that is, have a higher than normal body temperature because of infection with the new coronavirus. However, they cannot detect people who are infected but are not yet sick with fever. This is because it takes between 2 and 10 days before people who are infected become sick and develop a fever. Mythbuster number 8. Can spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body kill the new coronavirus? No. Spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body will not kill viruses that have already entered your body. Spraying such substances can be harmful to clothes or mucous membranes, that is eyes, mouth. So be aware that both alcohol and chlorine can be useful to disinfect surfaces, but they need to be used under appropriate recommendations. Mythbuster number 9. Do vaccines against pneumonia protect you against the new coronavirus? No. Vaccines against pneumonia such as pneumococcal vaccine and Haemophilus influenza type B vaccine don't provide protection against the new coronavirus. The virus is so new and different that it needs its own vaccine. Researchers from different countries are trying to develop a vaccine against 2019 NCOV, including India, and WHO is supporting their efforts. Although these vaccines are not effective against 2019 NCOV, vaccination against respiratory illnesses is highly recommended to protect your health. Mythbuster number 10. Can regularly rinsing your nose with saline help prevent infection with the new coronavirus? No. There is no evidence that regularly rinsing the nose with saline has protected people from infection with the new coronavirus. There is some limited evidence that regularly rinsing nose with saline can help people recover more quickly from the common cold. However, regularly rinsing the nose has not been shown to prevent respiratory infections. Mythbuster number 11. Can eating garlic help prevent infection with the new coronavirus? Garlic is a healthy food that may have some antimicrobial properties. However, there is no evidence from the current outbreak that eating garlic has protected people from the new coronavirus. Mythbuster number 12. Does the new coronavirus affect older people or are younger people also susceptible? People of all ages can be infected by the new coronavirus. Older people and people with pre-existing medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, heart disease appear to be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill with the virus. WHO advises people of all ages to take steps to protect themselves from the virus, for example, by following the good hand hygiene and good respiratory hygiene. Mythbuster number 13. Are antibiotics effective in preventing and treating the new coronavirus? No. No, antibiotics do not work against viruses, only bacteria. The new coronavirus 20 ncov is a virus, and therefore antibiotics should not be used as a means of prevention or treatment. However, as discussed in my earlier slides, if you are hospitalized for the 2019 ncov, you may receive antibiotics because bacterial co-infection is possible. Mythbuster number 14. Are there any specific medicines to prevent or treat the new coronavirus? Till date, there is no specific medicine recommended to prevent. As discussed earlier, nations are working on it to treat the new coronavirus. However, those infected with the virus should receive appropriate care to relieve and treat symptoms, and those with severe illness should receive optimized supportive care. Some specific treatments are under investigation and will be tested through clinical trials. WHO is helping to accelerate research and development efforts with a range of partners. In India, we can continue to use Ayurvedic or naturopathy as these have no side effects and they can increase the immune system. Moreover, we need to be responsible and we need to socially engineer our behavior to act like a social vaccine. Hence, as discussed earlier, please adopt social distancing. Predictions. Viewers' discretion is advised. Use your own judgment. Sylvia Browne predicted a 2020 outbreak of the new coronavirus. Although the term prediction is a subjective one, it may come as no surprise that Brownie claimed to have foreseen an international respiratory disease outbreak, considering that SARS, which stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, outbreak of the early 2000s occurred before her book was published. The term severe would certainly apply to some cases of COVID-19, the coronavirus disease, which has been deadly for thousands of patients in 2020. Now, talking about Janta curfew. Let me tell you that it's not curfew, it's care for you. Addressing the nation, Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, made an appeal to people across India. He has urged all countrymen to follow Janta curfew on Sunday, 22nd March, from 7 a.m. in the morning till 9 p.m. in the night. Please follow it religiously. This is one way to show patriotism. Now, concluding this coronavirus pandemic video, these links are the references used to prepare this presentation. If you like this video, why don't you drop one of these? Thank you so much. Stay safe.